This is Food for Life, and I'm going to show you a basic cheese sauce. Now, what's important to note about this cheese sauce is that it's not really cheese. This is a plant-based sauce, which means it's not dairy. Major ingredient in this cheese sauce is our cashew nuts. This is going to add the texture, and it also provides a lot of the nutrients that are going to be into the actual sauce. This is the nutritional yeast. Now this is vitamin fortified food, and it's really inactive dry yeast, and it has so many components for those who live a plant-based lifestyle and don't eat a lot of flesh or don't eat any flesh. Roasted peppers, these are going to add the color as well as the sweetness into the sauce. You got the onion powder, that's also going to help to actually simulate a cheese-like taste similar to the ones that people have with dairy, and as well as the garlic. And then we have what's called Celtic sea salt. This is the salt that I use. There are many salts that are good to have. So the most important thing to know about blending all these items together is that you want to put the water in first, especially because of the cashew nuts, which might burn out your blade. If you throw that in first, your blades might get burned out if you don't have a high-speed blender. So what I'll do is I'm going to add the water first, then add the cashew nuts, then add everything else in. And a side note, if you actually blend cashew nuts and water, what you'll get is you'll actually get cashew milk, which is not really dairy. Pour this into the pot. And as you can see, this is a lot of sauce. So especially if you're making something like pasta, you're making some macaroni. Okay, so as you can see, this thing is going to start bubbling and getting very dangerous, so you want to cover it after a while. And you want to keep stirring it until it's thick enough that you can tell it's a nice cheese sauce.
Looks like cheddar.
Yeah. And what I do is sometimes what I'll do is for added effect, I'll get a baked potato and cook that one. Bake the potato and I'll cut it up, and while I'm blending the actual ingredients together, what I'll do is I'll just throw it in there, and then it becomes really thick. But for now, you can tell that this is actually starting to bubble, and you have to be careful because sometimes it'll land on you, and it's pretty hot as well. So it's coming close to completion, but you just want to make sure you're continuously stirring it, and you're going to find out it's coming very thick. It's a very simple recipe you can have in place, especially for those who struggle with lactose intolerance, that can't handle dairy and cheese, people who can't really handle these kind of things. It's good to have as a substitute. So, see you next time. It's Food for Life.